madness, heaven sent. Saw you there and left out. Oh my God, look at that face. You look like my next mistake. Love's a game, wanna play. No money, suit and tie.
Hello, yes, Anna. Doctor. Doctor, sorry about that. Thank you for coming in, bro. Thank you for coming. Thank you for having us, you know. I think it's worth the money. I'll pay the money because I need some help in my marriage here. Let me cut to the chase right quick. Okay, I'm not gonna kill it. I'm not gonna waste time. I'm just gonna cut right to the chase. Doctor, I have a problem with my wife right over here, okay? Don't be saying mean things about me. Don't be saying mean things about me. I'm right here, I'm looking right at you, and you're talking mean shit about me. You're talking mean stuff about me right to my face and to this doctor. And who is she? Woman was supposed to support me. That's what wives do, okay? That's what wives are supposed to do. They're supposed to support their husbands. They're supposed to support them. But this woman came out dressed up like a 25-cent hooker looking like a nun. Hunty, I always dress for the occasion. You said go to church. I dress for church. You're not supposed to look like a hooker. And she went and she was going to go to church looking like that. She was going to go to church looking like that. But you could never understand that side of me. You could never understand that side of me. Okay? What would people think?
Someone that gets attention. It opens their mind, and something that they might have been really judgmental about before, usually because of a lack of information.
Finally, on a big event of my life, she's going to screw it up. She's going to screw it up. What would people think? People ain't going to accept that. You know? Why would she do something like that? Why would you do something like that? Nothing you can do about it. I'm going to continue to be me. What you going to do about it? What you going to do? What you going to do? What you going to do? You know what you look like that day? You know, she looked like Shrek ex-wife. What are we calling me names? Shrek reject. Not even Shrek wanted his reject. I got it. I got it. There it is right there. I got Shrek reject. That's what she looked like. We're going to work this out ourselves. You got to go call the doctor. You and your church life. That's all show and tell. Because it's how you treat people. That is church. Church is how you treat people. They don't even acknowledge his presence. They don't even care if he's there. He's an errand boy. They had mercy. They mercifully asked me to collect the offering and do the closing prayer. It was an act of mercy. I've been waiting for it for 30 long years. Doctor, for 30 long years, I've been waiting for something like that to happen in my life in the church. I've been going to that church for 40 years. You're going to be errand boy in heaven too? Huh? If they finally asked me to do something in the church. Doctor, he's there talking about me. He's there talking about me. He's talking about me. He ain't even a man. He ain't even a man. What you mean I ain't a man? Check his gender. Check, he confused about his gender. Check his gender. Check his gender. He ain't even a man. What you talking about I ain't a man? What? Oh, you gonna belittle me? You gonna belittle me? Talking about my look. Judge not. You go to church, struggling to get in the dang church. You can't even get in. You're just sitting in your bench warmer. It's so hard to get into the church and get a position. Well, how hard will it be to get into heaven? Because them church are wooden doors. Them doors up there are golden. If you can't get into wooden doors, how the heck you gonna get into
figure out what is going on here?
I didn't ask you to come. I asked the doctor. See, you're gonna piss me off now bringing this woman talking about what's going on here. What's going on here? It ain't her business, doctor. You should have told me I was going to bring your secretary, or who is she? Your mistress? Lord, I want you to focus on this woman. Don't be looking back at that woman behind you. Focus on this woman. She need help. She need help. Okay? She need help. Whatever. Talk. Talk some more. Say something else. Say something else. Say some more. For 40 years, I've been going to that church. For 40 years. And you see her over there, doctor? She can sing. She can sing. And I've been tithing and giving my offering. And I have been very faithful and doing whatever they ask. At their beckoning call, doctor. Now, one of them invited me to go to their house for dinner. That's what you do in a church. You welcome people. Now, one of them invited me to an event. Now, one of them even care to come to my house to see if I'm dead or alive. You know why? Because of this psychopath. She's embarrassing me. People are afraid to come to my house. People are afraid to come to my house because they think I got a crazy woman living up in the house. So I ask you, doctor, to fix her.
And I think
I asked the best, are you the best doctor on this earth? Okay, talking about she dressed for the occasion. She dressed for each occasion. Okay? Somebody dies, she goes to bed in black clothes. Don't you get it? You've lived with me this long and you don't get me. You don't understand your wife. I always dress for the occasion. Hunty, I always dress for the occasion. You said go to church. I dress for church. You said Dr. Phil is coming. Well, he's intelligent. He's an intelligent man. And so I dress intelligently. He is a medical doctor. I am dressed to suit his credibility. I am dressed for the occasion. He went to Harvard. Along with Albert Einstein and Aristotle, right, doctor?
I do.
He went to Harvard. A doctor, for 30 long years, I've been waiting for something like that to happen in my life in the church. I've been going to that church for 40 years. But this woman came out dressed up like a 25-cent hooker, looking like a nun. I almost crashed driving down the street. I couldn't believe my eyes. That's why I called you. You were the shrink that I was talking about. I called you. I need your help. This woman embarrassed me. I wanted if I wanted to be married to a hooker, somebody who looked like a hooker, they're all over the street corners. They're all over the street corners. I could have gotten one. They're all over. $20. I got myself on somebody who looked just like that. You're supposed to look like a Christian woman. You're not supposed to look like a hooker. You're not supposed to look, what the masquerade, what, she was going to go to church looking like that, okay? What would people think?
Someone that gets attention. It opens their mind, and something that they might have been really judgmental about before, usually because of a lack of information.
People are not going to accept that.
That masquerade is over.
My presence affects the energy in this room. If I look like crap when I come in here, this whole thing is going to be crap. And so I dress intelligently. Because now the room has intelligent energy. But you could never understand that side of me. You could never understand that side of me. Doctor. He's there talking about me. He ain't even a man. He else would, because he ain't even a real man. Check his gender. Check, he confused about his gender. Check his gender. Check his gender. Ain't even a man. Talking about my look. Judge not. You go to church. What you mean I ain't a man?
What is going on here?
What you talking about I ain't a man? You gonna belittle me? In front of her?
What is going on here?
It ain't your business. I didn't ask you to come. I asked the doctor. See, you're going to piss me off now bringing this woman talking about what's going on here. It ain't her business, doctor. Check, he confused about his gender. Check his gender. Listen, this woman, she need help, okay? She need help. Look at that freaking Will Smith wannabe. I got my own look. I own this. I own all of this. I own it. You took my weave money. Doctor, he took my weave money and my wig money to pay offering. They don't give him no position. They don't acknowledge his presence. They don't even care if he's there. He's an errand boy. You gonna be errand boy in heaven too? Huh? Check his pants, Dr. Phil. He's confused about his gender.
He of a female identity in terms of his external genitalia.
You talking about genitalia? What do you mean genitalia? You got the nerve, doctor, to come in my house and be talking about my genitalia? I'm not a man. You talking about I'm not a man? You see how she belittles me? You see the disrespect? We've been going to the church for 30 long years and nobody has invited us to the house for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Okay, that's what you're supposed to do when you go to church. A week or two, you invite people over to your house or you come to their house to see if they're dead or alive. Ain't nobody come to our house to see if we're dead or alive, and we've been going to their church for 30 years. 30 long years. The least they did was give me an offering plate to collect after 30 years, and she ruined it. Okay? She ruined it.
That masquerade is over.
And who is she? Why are you here? Who is she? Why is she here? I ain't talking to her. I ain't paying her. I ain't talking to her. I didn't ask for a lady to come here. I asked for the doctor to fix my wife. She's fixable. I hope. Huh? She's alien. She's alien. She ain't got human brain. What kind of brain does she have? What kind of brain is in her head for her to do something like that?
Physicians, and particularly neurologists, tell us that we're born essentially all with the same brain.
What you going to do? What you going to do? Talk smart. Go ahead, talk smart. Talk smart. Why is she over there shaking her head in slow motion? He ain't even a man. He ain't even a
To
man.
figure out what is going on here.
I didn't ask you to come. I asked the doctor. Check his pants, Dr. Phil. He's confused about his gender.
Genitalia.
You talking about genitalia? What do you mean genitalia? You got the nerve, doctor, to come to my house and be talking about my genitalia? I'm not a man? I'm not a man? Why? This is my house and I'm paying you.
Can you imagine the confusion?
What the heck? There has been no confusion when it comes to my gender. None whatsoever. Come out free and talk about my gender? Why don't you talk about her and what she was dressed up like going to church? You ain't coming with me? Why don't you talk about that? I didn't call you here to psych me out. I call you here to fix her. What are you psyching me out for?
Sometimes you get people that overreact.
I do not overreact. I do not overreact. I had a legitimate reason for the way I acted that church day. Why is she over there shaking her head in slow motion? Give back Michael Jackson his afro. Give him back his afro, you thief. Talking about my look. My look ain't ancient. My look is swag and up to date. Give the Mayans back their shirt and give Michael Jackson back his afro. You give Gandhi back his hair, okay? That's Indian hair you got on there. Give Gandhi back his hair. Talking about my afro. Fiona's makeup is missing. You got it. You got it. And Gandhi is bald-headed. Hello. Walking around wearing other people's DNA. It's my afro. You got somebody else's DNA on your head. Nasty. Nasty. What? This is my afro. This is my afro. This is my afro. It's nasty. Who walks around with other people's DNA on their head? Talking about me. Don't.
Of a female identity.
You get out my house right now. I'll be waiting for you outside. I'll be waiting for you outside. You gonna call me a woman? Get out my house. Get out my house.
I'm afraid to go.
Get out.
I'm afraid to go.
And stay out.